Assalamualaikum. My name is Tahir Naeem and we are studying Management Information System. So far we have covered 18 lecture and today is lecture number 19. The topic of our today lecture is Security of Information System. So in this lecture we will discuss the information system, how to protect the information system. The outline of our today lecture. First of all, we will discuss security of information system, then we will discuss security issues, then we will discuss management responsibility, then we will discuss importance of security, then we will discuss security objectives, then we will discuss scope of security, then we will discuss types of information assets, then we will discuss security policy, then we will discuss security program, then we will discuss identification of assets. First of all, we will discuss security information system. The information system are vulnerable to modification, intrusion and malfunctioning. Hence they need to be secured from all these threats by devising a sound security system. So the information system which we will design is someone can modify it or break into, or there is chances of failure. So we must have a mechanism to secure the information system. Information assets are secure when the expected losses that will occur from threats evaluating are sometimes are at an acceptable level. Security issues. Some losses will inevitably occur in all environments, so eliminating all possible losses is either impossible or too costly. Level of losses should be specified. The level of losses decided should be linked with a time period in which the occurrence will be tolerated. The definition mentions threat which can be either physical, so there must be we cannot completely eliminate different security scenarios, but we must be able to specify how much theft or anything security we must tolerate. So first of all, there are different types of theft, which including physical theft, which means theft, rain, earthquake or disaster or fire. So this is also a security issue. Logical like intrusion, different intruder into our system, or different viruses attacks on our system, etc. Here I am giving you example of intrusion. The security might be required to stop unauthorized access to the financial system of a bank from executing fraudulent transaction. The purpose of intrusion may not only be damaging the database of the company, but may be limited to stealing customer lists for personal use, transferring money illegally. An employee before leaving the company may have to be stopped from data manipulation, though he is having authorized access to the system. Here I am giving you example of a banking system because it's a very sensitive. So basically the objective of intruder may be to transfer money to his account, or any employee who is fired or dismissed may manipulate the data. So it must be stopped before it is too late. Management responsibility. Executive management has the responsibility to ensure that organization provide all the user with a secure information system environment. Importance for security should be sponsored by the senior management. This would make employees, user of information system feel the importance of secure environment in which information system work and operates untempered. Importance of security. Sound security is the fundamental to achieving this assurance. Furthermore, there is need for the organization to protect themselves against the risk inherent with the user information system, while simultaneously recognize the benefits that can occur for having secure information system. Thus, a dependence on our information system increases security is universally recognized as pervasive, critically needed quality. So here that we must be able to recognize that whenever we implement information system, the security risks come along with it, because there are also many benefits of information system, but one of the drawback is that whenever we implement the information system, the security is one of the major drawback of information system. Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD, in 92 issued guidelines for the security of information system. These guidelines stated the security objectives as the protection of interest of those relying on information and information system and communication that delivers the information from harm resulting from failure of availability, confidentiality, and integrity. So whenever the availability is compromised, or confidentiality is compromised, and integrity is compromised, then the major objective is to guarantee availability, confidentiality, integrity of the system. The security objective uses three terms. Availability generally is defined as information system are available and usable whenever required. So availability means that the information or data must be available available every time whenever the user want to access and where user want to access the data. The confidentiality, data and information are disclosed only to those who have right to know it. So confidentiality is basically all about providing data or information to only those people or personnel who are entitled to see this data. Integrity, data and information are protected against unauthorized modification. So integrity means that data is unaltered or it is secure, and it is as it is when entered to the system. The relative priority and significance of availability, confidentiality, and integrity vary according to data within the information system and the business context in which it is used. The concept of security applies to all information. Security relates to protection of valuable asset against loss, disclosure, or damage. Valuable assets are data or information recorded, processed, stored, shared, and transmitted or retrieved from the electronic medium. The data of information must be protected against harm from threats that will lead to its loss, inaccessibility, alteration, or wrongful disclosure. Types of information asset. The question is what needs to be protected in information system environment. In manual environment, usually the record kept in hard form are main information asset to be safeguarded against various threats. In computerized environment, the sensitivity of record being kept is enhanced. So basically we have to classify which asset is the necessary and should be protected in all costs. In manual environment, I will give you example of, for example, Guwahati University of Science and Technology exam department. In there, the record of the students who have passed and their numbers are kept in hard form in safe. While if we transfer it to the information system, then the information asset can be classified into different categories. Security policy. The organization that is concerned with protecting its information asset in information system should devise a security policy to be communicated formally to all concerned in an organization. The security policy should support and complement existing organization policy. The thrust of policy statement must be able to organize the underlying value and dependence on the information within organization. So every nowadays it is necessary that every organization formulates a security policy, because most of the system in the organization are transferred to electronic form. So the security should be enhanced. So every organization should formulate a security policy. The contents of security policy. Security policy is a critical document which should be designed to include almost all aspects of security issues. So whenever we design a security policy, we must be able to include all aspects so that the system should be should be protected from all types of threats. The importance of information security to the organization. A statement from the Chief Executive Officer in the support of goals and principles of effective information security. Specific statement indicating minimum standard in compliance requirement for specific area. So the highest level of authority should specify a statement which must include that that minimum standard or minimum regulation which must be complied from by the every employee of the organization and different areas. Asset classification. So basically we have to classify the asset, that what are the classification, what may be publicly available, what may be protected, and what are the threats level of every asset types. Data security, and it must be able to secure the data. Personal security, and the security not only deals with the data or asset, but the personnel of the organization and their info must be secure from the intruders. Physical, logical, and environmental security. So this physical means that anything that concerned with the physical context, or logical, which may include the virtual access to the organization, or environment in which the organization operate must be secure enough. Communication security, and in organization there must be security of communication, so that if two people communicate with each other, it must be secure enough. Legal, regulatory, and contractual requirement. So it must be that any regulation or legality or constitution must be followed in the security of information, while contractual requirement must be protected from the third party organization. System development and maintenance life cycle requirement. So the system developed for the organization or its maintenance throughout its life cycle, from its development and towards its discardment, must be protected. Business continuity planning. So business must plan its continuity. Security awareness training and education. So all the personnel staff must be aware that what are the security issues, and the staff must be trained for security threats and educate so that the threats must be avoided. Security breach detection and reporting requirement. So whenever someone sees that there is a security breach, it must be reported immediately to higher authorities, so that it must be analyzed. Violation enforcement provision. It must be that all the personnel behavior must be monitored, so that if someone violates the enforcement mechanism, then it must be reported to higher authorities. Security program. A securities program is a series of ongoing, regular, periodic reviews conducted to ensure that assets associated with information system function are safeguarded adequately. So a security program must be devised so that if that it must be checked on regular basis, like monthly basis, on quarterly basis or yearly basis, so that we can review the assets or asset associated with the system, or different data associated with the system, or function performing within the system are safeguarded, or it is functioning properly and secure. The first security review conducted is often major exercise. So whenever a security review is conducted, it involves a very major exercise. Conducting security program. So the first of all, security program is conducted. There are certain steps which need to be undertaken for conducting a security program. So various steps must be taken before conducting a security program. Preparation of project plan. Whenever security program is conducted, we have to prepare a project plan. In this phase, the review objectives of the security programs are specified. The scope of the work to be done need to be defined at the outset. Since there are possibility of getting bogged down in unnecessary detail, this would help avoid too much of the unnecessary work which may be undertaken with little benefit ahead. So first of all, we must prepare a project plan in which we must specify what objective we must achieve, so that we doesn't dwell into details and loss our purpose. Major components of project plan includes objective of the review. So first of all, we have to specify the objectives of the review. There has to be definite set of objectives for security review: to improve physical security or computer hardware in particular division, to examine adequacy of control in the light of new threat or logical security that has emerged. So whenever we plan a project plan, we set objective for the review. These review may be include the physical security or logical security scope of the review. If the information system is an organization-wide activity, what needs to be covered has to be defined. Scope will determine the location and name of computers to be covered in the security review. So first of all, we set the objective, then we set the scope for the review. A scope means that to what extent we should analyze the system, and which computer must be analyzed thoroughly, and the scope will determine that which location computer must be analyzed, and the name of the computers who are using it must be reviewed on. Task to be accomplished. In this component, a specific task under the overall task are defined. So in these different tasks are specified which we must accomplish. Compiling the inventory of hardware and software may be one of the many specific tasks to be undertaken for security review. So in this we maybe analyze what software is installed on PCs and what hardware is used for the PC. Let's suppose that if USB access is available to all the personnel, or what software is available, so that we can stop the malicious software or the physical security of the system. Organization of the project team. A team is organized based on the need of the security review. So then we organize a team. In this team, we include the personnel who are most appropriate to carry out the security review. Resource budget. What resources are required for conducting security review? So in this resource budget, we specified that what are the cost and what will be the benefit, what resources we must specify, so that we can conduct the review of the information system. Schedule for task completion. Dates by which the task should be completed along with objective to be achieved. So in this phase we schedule every task. So like we are giving a review, we have to conduct review within a week. So in every week there are 7 days, and every day we have to specify a task which must be completed on that particular day, and the whole week we must be able to achieve our objectives for secure review. Identification of asset. Identifying asset is a primary step in determining what team needs to be protected. The classification of information system is already stated. Unless the assets are defined, the related risks cannot be determined that easily. Ranking of assets. We must be able to rank assets within the organization. The asset identified earlier should be given rank according to the importance they have. Following are the critical issues. Who will use the asset? Various interest group, individual programmer may be asked to rank the asset in accordance with the critically of usage importance to them and have to organization. Like a scale between we can specify a scale between 1 to 100 and ask the user or programmer to from where the importance of this data stands on. Degree of importance may be defined as very critical, critical or less critical, etc. How the asset is lost. A customer master file might be accidentally damaged, but the impact of being stolen would be higher. Period of obsolescence. Within that time the asset became of no use without being used. As time passes by, asset keep losing value, which is also affects the security review. These are the references from where I have prepared my lecture. If you have any question regarding today's lecture, please feel free to email me. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.